Hey guys, welcome back to PoisonCap. I'm DST, and today we're doing something a little bit different. So if you're watching the previous Mega Man series, the Mega Man X2 series, specifically the last episode I believe it was, I mentioned the Tokyo Game Show with the Mega Man 30th anniversary panel. And the Tokyo Game Show, I believe, was, how many days ago? A couple days ago? I think 2, or maybe it was yesterday from this recording. I'm recording on the 27th, midnight the 27th, so quite possibly could have been like a day ago or something. I don't know, Emily flashed it up on screen. But yeah, I watched it the day it happened, and my god, Jesus Christ, it was something. So for those who don't know, Tokyo Game Show is pretty much I guess the closest equivalent would be E3 for Japan. You know, all these gaming companies show off their stuff, you know, all that good jazz. But the major thing was that Capcom had a panel for Mega Man's 30th anniversary, and Capcom does not have a good track record with treating Mega Man right. So, to spare you the time, I've just done a little sort of review on everything that happened during that panel, and yeah, get prepared to be horribly disappointed. So I've written down everything in my little notebook here. So the first thing that happens at the panel was pretty much this scantily clad woman comes up, says a few words. My Japanese is very shoddy and not that good, so I have no idea what the hell she said. But she talks for like, I don't know, like 5 or something minutes, and then she introduces 2 people from the Mega Man team. So the first introduction is some guy, I don't really know what his position was, but it was some guy from the Mega Man Unity app. So pretty much Mega Man Unity is a news app, I guess you could say, that allows people to, you know, to see everything news related about Mega Man, you know, the newest upcoming Capcom releases, his cameo appearances, all that sort of jazz. Doesn't really do much, at least I don't think so. I don't have a Japanese phone or a Japanese iTunes account, so I wouldn't know myself. And then they also introduced another person, which is the producer of the Mega Man Legacy 2 collection. So that's neat, I guess. I mean, they should have gotten like a director or something from that project, not just a producer, you know, somebody who just pumps money into the project, but whatever. So yeah, they say a few words about how much the 30th anniversary is like a big deal and all that stuff, blah 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 blah. And that goes on for like a couple minutes. And then they cut to a commercial. So at this commercial, you know, you'd think that it would be like, oh, this is the big reveal, the new Mega Man game, cool. But sadly to say, it's actually just a commercial for the Mega Man Collection 1 game, which, that came out like 2 years ago. That came out in 2015, and yet they're playing a commercial on the Tokyo Game Show for its 30th anniversary, for Mega Man's 30th. So that was really annoying. They just showed off a couple features of the game, you know, museum mode, a database mode, and that's whatever. Then immediately after that, they cut to the commercial for the Classics 2 collection, the Legacy 2 collection, which just came out, like, last month, August the 8th, I believe. And yeah, they show off some Mega Man 8 gameplay and all that stuff, so it's whatever. The next thing they do is that they introduce 4 people. I honestly have no idea who they are. I couldn't read their names or what their positions were in the Mega Man team, but yeah, they get people on the stage, and they split these 4 people into 2 teams of 2, and they set up a game, sort of, to play a remix mode. So pretty much in Mega Man Classics, or I guess in America it's Mega Man Legacy collection, the remix mode is pretty much a challenge mode where you just play a little bit of a level from a game, and then once you finish that level from, like, let's say Mega Man 3, then you'd get teleported to another level and do like a sort of like a labyrinth kind of thing. It's pretty much just play a bit of one level for 30 seconds, then play another bit of level for 30 seconds. Well, I mean, timing is dependent on your skill, but yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 teams of 2, or I guess for the special guest they split them off into 2 teams, but they actually bring up people from the audience to actually play against each other, and the winners get whatever sort of prizes, stickers, candy. I don't know what else they did. They do that. They show off some Mega Man 30th anniversary shirts, which look alright, I guess, before the actual a thing comes up. So that's whatever. So yeah, they talk a bit more, you know, take some time out of their day to just say whatever the hell, and then they take 2 people from the crowd, just 2 random people, to play the remix mode. So yeah, they get those people on stage and they get ready to play. So they're playing the Mega Man 2 remix. So they're playing like parts of Woodman stage, parts of Airman stage, and they're like all right, you know. It's like some mediocre Mega Man 2 gameplay. It's clearly obvious that these guys either haven't played Mega Man in a long time or just like haven't played Mega Man at all. You know, they've got all right gameplay, you know, it's whatever. So one of the guys wins, he gets whatever, doesn't really matter. But yeah, then they end up talking about Mega Man Legacy 2, you know, the one with Mega Man, I believe it's Mega Man 7 to 10. And they talk about a mini-boss mode, or mini-boss rush. And then they bring up 2 more people, 2 more random people to play mini-boss mode. And that gameplay is really bad. It's obvious these people haven't played Mega Man at all, because the way they fight these mini-bosses are like super amateurish. They do that, they complete that, somebody wins, I don't remember who. But yeah, pretty much everything that has happened that I've said has lasted 42 minutes, and this panel is an hour long. Everything that has happened, 42 fucking minutes of just gameplay, shitty gameplay at that, of games that have been already released. So that's annoying. So right now we get to the, you know, not really big reveals, but the big, you know, just the merchandising part of the panel, where they do the, oh, look at this, you know, all this stuff that you can purchase. So the big thing, the first thing that they open up with for merchandising is the life-size Rockman plush. So this thing is really goofy, and whoever the Mega Man Unity guy was, he comes in with the Rockman plush, and this thing is easily just like a foot shorter than this guy. Rockman is, I believe, he's 4 feet tall, from what I can gather on this picture, and the thing sells for 30,000 yen plus tax, so that's around $300. So yeah, if you really wanted to pay $300 for a life-size pillow plush of Mega Man, then go on ahead. I believe it says that it's up for pre-order on eCapcom.net or something like that, and Amazon.com or Amazon.jp. So that's a thing. I mean, it's kind of goofy, like, I find it funny, you know, it's not something to write home about, but, whatever. It's a, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just, a whatever thing. So the next thing they get into is a Rockman watch. So, they're making a big deal about it, because apparently it's, kind of like a crossover thing, with this company's Super Groupies. I don't know, how big they are in Japan, but apparently they're a big-ass deal if they're, making a big stink about partnering up with Capcom to do Mega Man watch. And the worst thing about this watch, I mean, it looks cool. Like, if I had the money, like, if I had that disposable income, I'd definitely buy the watch to, you know, just show off, because I really like the shade of blue on it. But the only thing Mega Man about it is that it has a tiny little 8-bit Mega Man inside the watch. So that's really bad. And speaking about pricing, this thing goes for 23,000 yen plus tax. So that's $230 roughly, you know, just doing the quick math in my head. So that's not, you know, too bad. I've seen like super big watches, you know, like things like Tissot watches, who were advertised by World Order, that Japanese boy, I guess band, I don't even know. And those watches go around for like $1,000. So this watch is pretty much a steal. Just the Super Groupies Rockman model Yeah, Rockman model. So yeah, that's not much. So the next item is the Anonym Craftsman Design Rockman backpack. So it's under the name Super Groupies again, but it's also under Anonym Craftsman Design. So this backpack goes around for 15,000 yen. So roughly $150 plus tax. So, and this is where the merch kind of gets not good, at least in my opinion. You know, the giant plushie was fun and goofy. The watch was at least looked decent. This backpack is it's meh levels. It just looks like you're one of the run-of-the-mill basic JanSport backpacks. But the thing is, the Anonym Craftsman design, its logo is like a little mountain, and the only thing Mega Man on this backpack is the fact that you've got like a little Iceman colored Mega Man, or maybe it's Gemini Man colored Mega Man next to the mountain, and you've got like one E-Tank on the backpack. And besides that, there's nothing Mega Man about this. It is a solid black backpack with like two little blue tassels on the zippers. And when I saw this, I was just like, fucking really? Like, there's nothing Mega Man about this besides a tiny ass little Mega Man and E-Tank. And god, this is not worth $150. I don't even care that it's like a crossover name brand, high name brand. I don't see this justified for 15,000 yen plus tax. So god, that's fucking not my jam. And here's probably my second favorite thing about this whole product reveal, and that is the Mega Man Kigurumi. So if you don't know what a Kigurumi is, it's pretty much just a kind of like a pajama suit, I guess, would be the closest translation to it. So this looks pretty funny. They get AMA model to come up on stage and show off the Mega Man suit, and it's very, you know, it's goofy. If you've ever seen a Kigurumi before, you'll know what they look like. If you haven't, I'm fairly shocked, because a ton of people have freaking like Tiger Kigurumis, or I've seen Lilo and Stitch Kigurumis. So it's pretty neat. It has the classic Mega Man helmet. You've got the giant boots and all that stuff. It even comes with a Mega Buster, so that's really cool. And they advertise the Mega Buster as being removable and stuff. So that's pretty alright, you know, pretty fun and goofy. And that goes for 5,500 yen plus tax, so that's roughly $55. So that's actually a really good price for what you're getting, you know. If they ever bring that over to America, you know, I might actually pick one of those up, because it's just, I don't know, it just seems like something funny to have. And they say that it's either releasing, or you can get a pre-order, let's see, October 6th. If my kanji reading is correct. There's nothing much to talk about other than that it's goofy and fun. So the biggest thing that I will say on this list is my favorite thing that they've revealed is the Roll Nendoroid. So if you don't know what a Nendoroid is, it's pretty much a kind of like a super deformed chibi style toy, or like a collector's figure by Good Smile Company. And the thing is with this figure, it's the Roll Nendoroid. We got a Mega Man Nendoroid, like, I'd say like a year back, a couple years back maybe, and then we had a Mega Man X Giga Armor, or I guess not really Giga Armor, what is it? It's the First Armor Nendoroid. And those were, you know, Classic and X series respectively. But then with this Roll Nendoroid, it's actually redesigned, which was a major surprise to me, because, you know, when Capcom shills out products of Mega Man, it's always like classic designs and, you know, not changing it at all. But here they actually went through the extra effort and redesigned Roll completely. Well, I guess not completely. It's from just visual standpoint, it looks like they've combined the classic Roll look from Mega Man 1 through 6, or Mega Man 1 through 7, with the Mega Man 8 roll design, which is my favorite roll design. It's actually really cool. They've got the little black buttons on everything. She's got the cute little boots, and she keeps her blunt bangs from her original Mega Man 1 through 7 design, and she's got the green bow. It's pretty neat. I actually really like this design, and I might get this figure when it actually comes out. They don't specifically say when it's being released, but they do say that it's being released somewhere in 2018, and they don't give a price for it either. So, but knowing how much Nendoroids go for, it's probably going to be like 4,000 yen at the least, and maybe 50,000 yen at most. So yeah, that's probably like $30 to $40 to $50. So that's a price that's, you know, when it comes to a good small company, you kind of have to expect that. So not too disappointing. I'm actually very much excited for this. I wonder and look forward to what the accessories this figure actually comes with. And given that the fact that they redesigned Roll for a Nendoroid, I really hope, I have high hopes for a Mega Man redesigned Nendoroid, but I don't see it happening particularly because we already have a Classics Mega Man Nendoroid, and you know, we don't have a Roll Nendoroid, so this new Roll will fill that role for being the Nendoroid Roll to be the companion figure for Mega Man. So there's a low chance that we'll get a redesigned Mega Man, but I mean, fingers crossed, high hopes that we actually get one. And after this reveal, we get this military jacket, I guess. It kind of looks like a navy sort of jacket. There's not much to say about this. I mean, it looks cool. I'll give it that. And it runs for around 25,000 yen plus tax, so that's around $250. So they give some dates at the bottom, 9/25, you know, September 25th. I don't know exactly what it's saying about it, but they also give another date, December 15th, 12/15. So I assume that's the date when you can actually purchase this. So yeah, it's just a jacket. On the right arm, it says, it has some text on it. It has like a little badge that says 30th and has text saying Dr. Wright number 001. I assume it means to say Dr. Light, but yeah, number 001, that's Mega Man's number. And then on the back, it actually has some text. It says always keep a hero in your heart. DRN 001, which means Dr. Wright number 001. So I hope they actually change that. Like, if they ever release this in America, I hope they change that to DLN for Dr. Light number 1. Don't want any of that English going on. And they advertise this as the Rockman 30th M65 jacket. So in Japanese, 65 is Rokujugo, and it's 65 is kind of like a they've got a pun going on here. So 6 Roku, you know, stands for Rockman, you know, because that's Mega Man's Japanese name, Rock, and then Roku Go 5, you know, as in like, you know, Go Mega Man, you know, Roku Go 65, you know, all that good stuff. So it's whatever, you know. For $250, I wouldn't purchase this. I mean, I'd purchase this if it was like, I don't know, maybe like $125, you know. I wouldn't pay, you know, a lot of money for this, especially since this isn't like a designer jacket. Like, I don't see any advertising for a certain designer company, you know. You don't have like Uniqlo on this or whatever the heck, you know, Japanese fashion companies are out there. So $250, meh. If they lowered the price, or if they ever did a clearance on this on Amazon or whatever the hell, I'd think about buying it. So that's it for about single slide advertising on stuff. The next slide that comes up in this slideshow is just a general 30th anniversary you know, product. So it says at the top, Game Show 2017 Rockman, Capcom, you know, merchandise and all that dumb junk. So going from left to right, we'll just kind of do an overview on the items. So pretty much the first item on the list are, what I can tell, are teacups. If what I'm reading is correct, teacups. And you get 2 designs: a white teacup with a blue design of Mega Man from, I believe that's the cover art for the first or second Mega Man game. And then you have a black design with an 8-bit Mega Man. And they both look pretty cool. These things go for 1,250 yen each. I assume that's each. If it is for the set, then I'd say that's a freaking steal. $6 for a thing, but yeah, I assume it's each. So that's around $12.50 US dollars, I should clarify, for each teacup. And then the next item we've already seen, because they did a show off of this before they talked about the contest and all that stuff, you know, bringing people up on stage. These are the Mega Man t-shirts. So on the front, they have a little badge of Mega Man's head. On the white one, it's a drawing of Mega Man from the box art. And then on the black one, it's an 8-bit Mega Man head. And on the back of each shirt are the designs that were present on the teacups. And those go for, the t-shirts themselves go for 3,950 yen each. So that's around $40, you know, plus tax. And they're all right, you know, $40 for a shirt, that's paying a bit much in my book. I usually pay like $20 for a t-shirt, but whatever. I'll pass on these shirts. So the middle thing on the screen, on the slide, is Mega Man tote bags, and these go for 2,000 yen each. So 20 bucks. And for tote bags, I mean, they're all right. I mean, I'd actually buy these tote bags. I actually have a collection of like tote bags and messenger bags and all that stuff. So, you know, for $20, that's actually a reasonable price for these bags. They don't have a flap at the top. It's only just the bag. That's it. And on one side, you know, they've got the black and white designs, each you know, coinciding with the black and white t-shirts and the black and white cups. You know, they share the respective colors designs, you know, the white tote bag having the drawn Mega Man and the black tote bag having the 8-bit Mega Man. So those are cool. It's unknown if on the flip side they have a different design or the same design, or if they're just blank. So yeah, either way, I definitely say that these are worth the asking price. So with that out of the way, let's get on to the Mega Man coasters, which are 850 yen each, $8. And for $8, you know, again, they're not bad. I'd actually say that they're worth the asking price. One is blue and one is green. The blue one has the drawn Mega Man design, and the green one has the 8-bit Mega Man design. You know, there's not much to say. It's just a coaster. I assume that if you're buying the coaster, you might as well just be buying the teacups too. So might as well bring out your total to, you know, $23 or something. So I'd say worth. You know, they're passable, but they're nothing to write home about. And right under the coasters are the Capcom Cross B-side label stickers. So I don't know what B-side label is. I don't know what their significance are in Japan, but one sticker is Mega Man, you know, jumping, and it says A plus B, you know, signifying, you know, jump and shoot man. And then they have the second one, which is an E-tank, and it says charge. And they don't have a high-resolution picture, but from what I can tell, it's just a bunch of sprites of 8-bit Mega Man, and you can see Proto Man, Dr. Light maybe is on there. And these stickers go as a set, so you cannot buy them individually, and this set is 850 yen. So, you know, it's whatever. They don't even say how big these stickers are, but I assume they're just like, you know, big decals. So I assume that they're as big as the coasters, if not just a little bit smaller. But, you know, for 850 yen, that's $4.25 for each sticker, and that's not that bad, depending on how big they will be. Okay, and the next item, the penultimate item, is the, let's see, the Mega Man candy and E-Tank candy. And these were one of the prizes given out for the Mega Man 2 Remix contest and the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 Mega Man 7 Boss Rush contest. These were one of the prizes. Some of the other prizes were like Mega Man X B-side stickers and something else. But yeah. From what I can read, since they don't give a clear picture on the candy, they say it's kind of hard to see what it says, but the Mega Man candy is a yellow bag with Mega Man's 8-bit life face on it, and from what I can tell, it's lemon flavored. I assume it's supposed to be flavored like his little bullets, you know. It's haha, you know, shooting lemons, all that stuff. And then they have the E-Tank, which is in a blue bag, and I can't particularly make out what the what it says on the bag. I mean, considering it's blue, I'd assume it's like either blueberry or Ramune flavored, which if you don't know what Ramune flavor is, it's pretty much like, imagine Sprite without the lemon lime, you know, it's just your typical carbonated drink, you know, flavor. And then the final item on that list is little charms for your phone. So, you know, just a little dongle dangler for your phone. Nothing much. It again has the very simple designs that everything else has had, the drawn design and the 8-bit design. The only difference with these designs is that they're not black and white, they're in full color, so that's actually really cool. So, but those go for 850 yen each, and yeah, I can't see justifying that price. I don't know what's up with Japan and them making charms so expensive, but these are just simple, it says acrylic charms, so, but for 850 yen, you know, I can't justify that price. I mean, maybe it is justifiable depending on how big these are, but I don't imagine them being more than like an inch large, you know, 1 inch by 1 inch dimension, so it's whatever, you know. I'd pass on that. And at that, that's pretty much the end. You know, they do say that oh, you know, this is just the Tokyo Game Show things. Mega Man's real anniversary is December 17th, 2017. That's the actual 30th anniversary for the release date of Rockman 1 in Japan. So, you know, they say a few words about that, you know, then they close up the panel, you know. That actually gives me a little bit of hope that we'll actually get something on that day, but besides that, you know, that's just it for Tokyo Game Show. What do I give this? You know, what's the review? What's the final score? I give this a fucking, I mean, I want to give it a lower score than it deserves, but the products, you know, aren't that bad, and the fact that they're giving a shit for Mega Man's 30th is just a miracle in and of itself. So I'd give this a 5 out of 10, you know. They did an alright job of advertising Mega Man Classic Collection 1 and 2, which is like alright. You didn't need to do that. I mean, you know, Mega Man pretty much sells itself. You don't need to give us like different commercials being like, oh, look how great it is. It's like, if people want the Mega Man games, they'll buy the Mega Man games regardless of whether you give a shit to make a commercial about it. So that was whatever, but I really didn't like that they spent 42 minutes out of the 59 minutes that they had on there about advertising games that at this point are, you know, 30 years old. So that's whatever, but the products I feel were alright, you know, they're fine. I wasn't a fan of the backpack or anything else. The pricing was my main concern about everything else, but the roll redesign was easily the best thing to come out of this entire event, hands down. That redesign looks amazing, and I really, really hope that they do something with that design, because just making a product out of it seems to be, you know, a waste of a good redesign, you know. I really hope that we get a game out of this. out of that redesign. And with that redesign, I really hope that we get a redesign of Mega Man for a Nendoroid. Or maybe even, I hope we actually get not only a Nendoroid, but maybe like an SH Figuarts figure of these new redesigns. Or maybe we could get a Ban Presto you know, figurine, just anime figurine. Whether it doesn't even have to be by Ban Presto, it could be from a Good Smell Company or Mega House or something like that, and I'd be completely fine with paying, you know, $100 for that. So that pretty much wraps up the Tokyo Game Show, just all that stuff. Do I think that they're actually gonna do something big for Mega Man's actual 30th anniversary? I may be a fool to think that there's hope for Mega Man, but I do. I really believe and hope that there is something big for Mega Man's 30th anniversary. They made a big stink about his 30th being on December 17th and not doing the big reveal at the Tokyo Game Show, which is a couple months prior. So I'm holding out hope, even if it is just products and stuff. I don't even care if they don't reveal a game, you know. If it's just products, I will be fine as long as it contains, you know, that new Mega Man redesign. Because if they give a shit to redesign Mega Man, you know, that's still something. But if anything, I hope that they do like a Mega Man Legends HD collection, or either that or just a new game series, just entirely. Because they're Capcom did a promo image for the 30th anniversary, and Emily, if you can find it, just flash it up on screen. You can see from left to right, it actually shows all of the different Mega Man, you know, from the ZX Mega Man, you know, the Model X and Model Z, and then you've got the ZX Advent Rockman. You got Battle Network, Star Force, all that good jazz. I don't need to list them all, but they show all the Mega Man, and it's like, oh, if they have, you know, if they have the choice to draw all 30, or what am I saying? There's not 30 Mega Man. All of the mainline Mega Man characters just in one image to celebrate the 30th anniversary, they might, you know, I'm pretty sure they're doing something big, you know, with all the guys, or if they're doing something big with like all the Mega Man, they're probably gonna do like a compilation or just release or something. I really want them to do a like an HD remake of Mega Man 1 through 10 in the style of Powered Up, because Powered Up was like a really good remake. Either that, or I want them to do like a compilation collection of the Mega Man X games, because Classics gets a lot of love, but we don't see any HD re-releases of X games besides the Classic Collection, which came out in like 2006. That's the one I play on the PS2, you know? We don't have any modern way to play Mega Man X as of right now, besides Mega Man X1 on mobile, but that's like a really, really shitty version of the classic game. So yeah, either that or we can get some like re-releases of Mega Man Battle Network, you know, compilation game, collection games of Star Force, anything that re-releases the old Mega Man games besides classic, you know, I'd be completely fine with, because those games, you know, they've had a lot of time since their last releases, and right now it'd be the perfect time to introduce everybody to all these perfect and, you know, classic games, you know, since it's been so long since these games have seen, you know, light and all that stuff. But other than that, that was pretty much my whole review. It could have been worse. I will say, it could have been fucking worse, you know? Maybe it's just the fact that I'm just a salty, piss-poor, miserable Mega Man fan who's been hurt one too many times, but it could have been a lot worse. You know, they could have just said, oh, it's Mega Man's 30th anniversary, and just dropped it at that, but they went through the extra effort to do, like, products and all that stuff, so it was alright, you know? I'm still looking forward to December 17th to see what they have, and that is freaking like 5 months from now, 4 months from now. So yeah, I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but they're still there. They're still there. But yeah, until then, we'll see what Mega Man has to offer. And yeah, until then, I'll keep myself occupied with Mega Man X3, 4, 5, and 6, and Mega Man Classics 1 through 10. So, yeah, that's it of my spiel. I apologize if I didn't get as heated as some people would like, but what you gonna do? It's midnight, I've got work in the morning, I'm tired, I don't have any water to replenish myself with, but I'll get water after this, so. Until the next time I do a Let's Play or another discussion or another review, you guys stay gold.